Yo, welcome back to Roast, Boast, and Toast podcast. It's been a while, man. Y'all already know my name. Y'all already know who it is. I mean, I'm that SoundCloud rapper trying to make it out there by the name of Magno Garcia. We got Kev.
What's up, y'all?
We got Dre drinking out of his sippy cup, and we got my boy Shorty.
What's up,
to
guys?
my right. So we ain't really got nothing to talk about today, but we decided to improvise.
Freestyle.
I wanted to start off with, I hope y'all didn't hear that 19-minute song by R. Kelly yesterday. Did y'all hear that?
I just don't have 19 minutes to listen to an R. Kelly song.
He made a song called I Admit It. Kind of like OJ wrote that book. Well, he didn't go through with it, but he had a book that was going to be called If I Did It.
Here's how.
I'm actually more interested in that than a 19-minute song by R. Kelly.
That's a long time.
Didn't he do that stupid series of Trapped in the Closet? And it was like 50 or 60 videos or something. And he had the same beat. Like, he couldn't even switch up the beat. Like,
I think he was coming back and he was gonna supposedly add to it, which was like already ridiculously long at 50. But
yeah, I think I stopped at like 4 or 5.
You started?
There was
I
like
never started.
There was a prostitute with a knife or a gun or something like that.
I don't even think I got that. Yeah, I don't even think I got there.
I don't know what.
I'll just wait till the guy who just puts it all together into a movie that throws it up on YouTube. That's what I wait for.
That guy's always the hero, man.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, yo, if you had 19 minutes to check out R. Kelly's song, but you didn't have 9 minutes to check out Element of Surprise by Magno Garcia on Bandcamp.com. Like, what's wrong with you?
What's the website?
Bandcamp.
MagnoGarcia.bandcamp.com /Element of Surprise.
Element of Surprise. Okay.
The best $9 I've spent this past.
Was it $9? That was the price?
It's the best $9. Discount code on Bandcamp. I don't know. How much you put it for? $10?
I think it was $9.
I don't know.
I thought I put it for cheap. Oops.
Wait, what?
A little expensive for
Check
my
my
bad.
receipts.
Back home, I like to dispute a charge.
Yo, I don't like that about Bandcamp. I know you guys don't use it, but yo, Bandcamp be taking like 15% of your cut. Like, that's a hustle right there.
So you're only getting like.
I got like $7.15 out of the $9.
Oh, I thought you said 15.
No, 15.
Oh, that's rough.
Be grateful.
No, I'm not grateful. I'm not grateful. I could be selling that myself. Now I understand why these New York people be like handing out their mixtape. Every time I'm over there, these people be like, "Yo, you got a minute?" And they always want to hand you the mixtape first. And once they hand you the mixtape, they're like, "That could be yours for $5." I'm like, "Fam, take this back. I didn't even want this to begin with."
You pushed it on me, bro.
Yeah, at least get a better CD cover or something. Looking like a.
I got
like
one in
an
the
old Hot
sandwich
Boys-
bag.
You look at an old Hot Boys album cover. I was like, come on.
with the fake money and jewelry.
Yeah.
I feel like in 2018, if you got like a whack album cover, like,
Give up.
yeah, like
Give up.
just stop. Like, if you have a whack album cover in 2018, like there has to be a problem.
If you don't have a friend that does graphic design, you shouldn't be.
Give up.
Yeah.
There's always that kid that you know all he does is smoke weed and make album covers. Like, go to him. Like, you know,
I got you.
like that's his main purpose in life. He just smokes weed. He's on his laptop, has Photoshop, creates album covers.
Like,
Everybody has that one friend. For me, that's Axel. Without the weed part.
the only thing he indulges in is our Lord Jesus Christ.
And Fortnite. Or PUBG? PUBG? Okay, sorry.
Yo, we got a rash on Florida as a state.
Oh, man.
What happened?
I don't know. You tell me.
What happened this time?
Link
We got
me
a-
up.
Yo, we got a rash on that law they got, that stand your ground law. Like, I think that's a ridiculous law.
I think it is in some instances because I do believe in, like, you know, but
But Florida's wild.
yeah.
Like, whenever you hear like a Florida headline, like, what was the other one I saw the other day? It was like armless man stabs woman. How you getting stabbed by a guy who has no arm?
Yo, yeah, I seen that. Was that a real story?
He's in jail.
Oh, dang. How they locked him up? Like, how they cuff him?
They don't got to
Push him, you push him into the car.
how they cover? They put a chain around his neck or something like.
They hog tied him. Dirty.
Yo, Florida, yo, like I don't know what they're doing down there, but
Give him the backstory.
so the reason we're talking about the stand your ground law, I think I don't know if it was over the weekend or earlier this week. Well, it's Tuesday, but it's Wednesday when you see this. But there was a man who took his son into like a parking. Was it a gas station
No,
or
I think it was a gas station.
a convenience store? So his girlfriend or his wife,
Girlfriend, not even wife.
his girlfriend.
Yo, why don't you tell a story then?
Yeah. So his girlfriend parked in a handicapped spot because she was just expecting her boyfriend to come in and out of the convenience store from buying snacks. And so there's a guy that stops like right beside them, and he starts like kind of harassing his girlfriend, telling her like, you don't have a handicap sticker, why are you here? And the boyfriend comes out and pushes the guy like any man should. You defend, like if a guy's screaming at my girl, you're gonna get pushed. He's lucky he just got
I'm about to
pushed.
say push.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's lucky he just got pushed. So then the guy takes out a gun, like a coward white dude that he is, and shoots the man. Like, but first, before he shoots the man, like the guy that the gun was pointed to, like kind of retrieves back, and you could tell he had his arms up, kind of like surrendering.
good, yeah.
Yeah, like he's like, all right, you got me, and the guy still shoots him. So I feel like that in itself, the fact that the guy put his arms up, shows that the man who had the gun was not really in a position of like a life-threatening situation. Because if the guy showed like he showed, all right, I'm throwing the white flag, but then you continue to shoot him and kill him, I feel like that itself is proof. It's on video too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think about that law? Like, it's a very stupid law because like you can get away with a lot of stuff.
I think there has to be. It's in place for a reason. Something happened that they put this down, but I think you gotta like do amendments to it. Like if somebody clearly like puts their hand up, like what? There's no threat. There's no.
I'm just wondering if it was the other way around. Would the result be the same? Would the cops have thrown out the fact that this
Are
man?
we really asking that question? I mean, we've seen other times where people got shot while running
That's true.
and they're back. And you can't. I never seen someone get attacked running backwards.
And some will say like, "Oh, the shooter was on the ground." Like the shooter had a good position.
He was laying. He stayed on the ground. He fell, but he sat there, pulled it out, pointed at him. It was a good like 6-7 seconds from the time he was on the ground to the time till he shot him. That's a long time. I mean, he thought about it.
He did think about it.
He got to learn how to fight. That's all that was. Because I could tell he looked like he had them joints.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Like I feel like today's society, people don't know how to fight. So because they don't know how to fight, they're quick to pull a gun out. And I feel like that's a coward move. Whether it's in the hood, whether it's in the suburb, like if you can't throw hands and take a L, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you were young, you get into fights. Sometimes you take a L, and sometimes you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But you kept it pushing. I didn't take no L's really. I took 2 L's because I started the fight. But you know, you underestimate your opponent sometimes.
Shout out to whoever those two dudes are.
They're not even allowed no more, so it don't even matter. So it don't even matter, bro. But yo, rest in peace to them. Nah, for real, they're really not alive anymore. But rest in peace to them. That's what that life gets you though. Like, that life in the streets gets you. I didn't say I killed them, so don't.
Yeah, then why
you know what I'm saying? I just want to clear that up. I didn't say I killed them.
You didn't say you didn't either.
I don't even want to say they got killed. They just died natural causes. Natural causes. But what happens is that, you know, in today's society, people are just not known to like fight. Like they don't teach their kids to fight. I feel like I'm gonna put my kids through like some sort of training. Definitely like MMA style, because that will be able to tackle every other thing that they come across.
Right.
Besides a gun, obviously.
Some of them, man, you can fight a gun.
Yeah, that's true.
They have some classes you can take.
That's true.
Unless you're fighting a sniper, then that's a wrap anyways, you know.
Unless they can't see you.
Yo, one thing I want to rash on too is like I know you guys probably don't see this much because you're not like in the rap world, but like I've been seeing on Twitter, these guys that are like upper 30s or mid 30s, they lie about their age, like to be younger. Like some of them be saying like they're 24, meanwhile they're like 35. Like, why you think someone will rap? Like,
For their
someone,
like rap career?
yeah. Why you think?
Oh.
Why you think someone will lie about their age? Like,
They're trying to, you know what I mean?
I feel like it should.
There's more appeal. Like if you look at like all these cats that are big now, like Lil Pump,
Yeah.
Little Uzi Vert,
What are they like? 17, 18?
Tekashi?
Tekashi.
Hey, Tekashi's.
They're all
That's that
young
dude,
kids,
man.
and like they're all like they all mumble rap, whatever you want to call it, about stuff like some of these kids are facing now. So like that's why they get such a big following because they'll like put out one song and be like, "Yo, this guy understands
They want
what I'm
something they
going
can
through
relate to.
because you know we're the same age or we're close to the same age, and like that's why I like him."
I feel like if it was any other field that would matter though, but it's rap. Like I feel like
But like if you're like a 32-year-old like rapping about like
Dentures.
yeah again like
that you-
That's what we see back though.
I mean, I guess the best example I got is Jay-Z, who's still somehow
But
able
that's
to
because he's hot.
keep
He's been
relevancy.
hot. But you can't jump in the game at 35
I don't think
and
Jay-Z
expect teenagers to
Yeah.
really jam you.
West Side Gun.
Who's that?
Yo, you disrespected so much right now. I can't say nothing because I'm close to his circle. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to ruin
You
my
don't know the
connects.
Fly God?
The Fly God?
Yeah, the Fly God,
Fly
bro.
God.
That does he kill flies?
There's God
How
and
dare
there's
you?
there's God and there's Fly God.
The
I don't like
audacity.
that.
Praise both.
Don't do
The
that.
nerve.
That's his tagline. There's God and there's Fly God. Praise
I mean,
both.
the only thing
Gustavo.
I pray one God, my brother.
Nothing.
Now he's getting all spiritual. Like,
Nah, I don't know who
He
that
said my
is.
brother.
I'm gonna,
my brother.
I'm gonna Google him.
I'm gonna lay hands on you guys real quick and we'll figure this out.
Yo,
No, I mean like what was it? 2 Chainz is the only exception, I think.
Jay Electronica came in the game when he was 35.
Jay Electronica is 30 something?
He's like 40 now.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why
he came
young.
and dropped like fire and then like disappeared for like 6 years.
He sounded like a straight up New York rapper from Louisiana and then just disappeared. Dropped one song. That's all he's known for. One song. Like real underground cats know him for more than that, but like, you know, the general population. I'm acting like I'm talking like I'm in prison. The general population.
Exhibit C was amazing.
Exhibit C
A
is
and
amazing.
B are good, but like C is just like
C is like another level.
is another level.
Because you have like, I don't know what it was. He had like that cadence over like a slow beat that was just like,
That beat was fine. I think that beat made it though, because it's not the like A and B like. Yeah, I felt like he was a little bit more lyrical.
yeah,
But like the beat and
the beat, the
C.
sample. Yeah, it was just crazy. What do you guys think about that Tekashi situation?
they got beat up, kidnapped.
Well, no, didn't they just say that like apparently it's all like a hoax or not a hoax, but like he was in on it?
Like a publicity
It's a
stunt?
publicity stunt. Yeah.
The-
But, yeah. For those who don't know, Tekashi 6ix9ine, I guess,
Fastest man in the world.
sometime over the weekend got pistol whipped, kidnapped,
and robbed.
robbed, and then somehow he managed to escape. How many dudes was it? Did he say 3?
Yeah.
Managed to escape being robbed by 3 guys, or
So he
being
did
kidnapped
not
by
get
3
robbed?
guys.
Yo, you know what though?
Jumped out of a car and
Shout
now,
out to Tekashi, man. King of New York right now, man.
how dare you?
Don't-
And, no,
Spit your
King of
hair.
New York
The
right now.
nerve.
Spit on him, bro.
The
King
audacity.
of New York. Yo, he just passed Drake.
Oh,
Number
boy.
one
what?
song, Fifi. Number one song right now in Apple and Spotify.
I've never heard of it.
It just
The
came
number
out.
one song in Billboard and
In Billboard,
everything
yeah.
is the most important one is In My Feelings.
Nah, check it
Shout
out.
out to Shiggy.
Check it out right now. Someone Google it.
Yeah,
Number
it's-
one song right now is
It's
Tekashi
Fifi. It's Fifi.
Fifi. Yeah,
This
he got Drake out of there. So a guy from
That's
New
not gonna last
York,
long.
New York has been
Who's
running the
on,
game.
who's on there with him?
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki
Who?
Minaj.
Oh, okay.
You gonna tell me
That
Nicki
man,
Minaj
it matters.
The
Her added on to
audacity.
She
that.
couldn't even
If
make
you-
her songs high. She couldn't even crack the top 100.
Is she good?
No, she couldn't, bro.
I mean, not.
She was-
The
He
newest, the
struggling.
newest stuff.
Super Bass is a great song.
That's
Yeah.
like what 10 years ago.
That was like when I was in college. That was like the one song all the girls were like, yeah, that's
I
my
wasn't even
jam.
safe when that came out. Like that's how long.
Oh, last year?
Oh dang!
Last week.
Last week.
I'm just gonna open up the show at the end, and whoever wants to come forward, come forward.
We're gonna do an altar call after this because y'all tripping. Nah, but Tekashi is the hottest thing right now in New York.
You can't fake your. You can't.
We talking about
fake
hot
publicity
see,
stunt your own thing to.
But we talking
to
about
get more
hottest.
recognition. If he's hottest, he should
But
just
we
be
not
hot
talking-
with his music.
we're
Why
not
does he
talking
need
about
to
most lyrical.
pull off a fake kidnapping?
Yo, Drake pulled out a fake kid.
No, he didn't. He wasn't hiding the world from his kid. He
So
was
what was-
hiding his kid from the world. I mean, he was hiding the world from his kid.
Nah, you messed that
Come on,
line up.
man. Put it in the song.
I don't know, man. I think Tekashi.
He said it, so it must be true.
I gotta
Exactly.
I gotta respect this hustle, man. The guy, he has you. He's trolling you guys, and he's keeping you locked in. Look, we're talking about him.
I'm not.
You brought it. Didn't you bring him up?
No.
Who brought him up?
No,
You
you
did.
brought him up, Fifi.
I brought him up. Huh?
Yeah, Fifi.
There you go. You got it. He has a lyrical rapper bringing him up. That's
No, he
that
has
tells
you
you.
bringing him up.
That tells you a lot.
He's still here sitting.
Like that guy said, "Come test me in Brooklyn," and no one was able to test him.
Besides
his-
Fifi, I can't name one song off
Go-
the top of my head.
Something with a Willie. You know
Get
that
the
one.
blicky.
Yeah,
The what?
the blicky.
Blicky got the stiffy. Gummo. You never heard Gummo?
No.
I mean, you probably heard of it.
You never heard
probably
Gummo, Billy,
I never heard
Kiki.
Billy.
He has the original Kiki song.
Damn.
I don't listen to him.
Fifi. Come on, fam.
Who are these people? Kiki, Fifi,
In the hood.
Gumbo? What is
In
this?
the hood.
What is-
Yo, Gummo, shout out Gummo.
I think you never heard that.
I might have heard that one.
Go, gang.
That's the hottest beat I heard in New York in a while. Since In the Club. Hey. Hey.
I mean, he's got
Like,
fire-
he's
he's
rap, bro.
got-
Don't judge.
he's got some pretty heavy hitter like features like Tory Lanez, Young Thug,
Look at that.
Fetty Wap, A Boogie with the
Petty
hoodie.
Wap.
That'll make you like.
Yo, that Young Ma song, Petty Wap, though. Y'all haven't heard that?
Who?
Oh,
The Young Ma song? Young M.A.?
Yeah.
Petty
No,
Wap?
I think I
I
have.
don't think I've heard that one.
That song's hot.
I think I seen
Like-
the video.
Oh, you seen the video, all right?
Oh,
What?
Yo, Young Ma be thinking she's a man. If you see the video of Petty Wap, she thinks she...
was she at the pool on this one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I seen
then
it.
and then she grabs like a girl from behind and like tries to do moves that a guy would do. Like, yo, you not a man.
You don't know that.
You not a man.
You don't
B.
know that.
She's not a man.
You don't know
Because then
shit,
she opens up her like shirt and she looks at her breast and she's like, "Oh snap! Like, let me stop. Let me stop.
breast.
Let me
Yo,
stop opening."
Don't talk about Young M.A.'s breast. That's not right.
Huh?
Don't talk about her breast. That's not cool.
Yo, that's messed up, bro. That's messed up. What else is there to talk about?
The Demi Lovato.
What? Oh, James Gunn got fired. If you guys don't know who that is, he's the
Oh,
director
yeah.
of what's the
Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy. So my man's was putting out like what pedophilic, if that's a
What
word.
do you do?
He had pedophile tweets, like jokes
Oh, 10 years
from
ago?
10 years ago. Is there like a room
Like a
for
statute of
like
limitations on
yeah,
tweets.
is there a room for like when you can be forgiven for tweets? Because I feel like I've said some pretty dumb stuff,
But,
and I
like,
have this
pedo-
video for proof. If I ever get famous, like I've said some pretty dumb stuff that I probably regret. Like I didn't have Jesus in my life, and you know what I'm saying, I barely had me in my life. I was high on lean most of the time while I was online, drunk. So I mean, there has to be like a period of forgiveness.
God is good. My word is.
God is good. Word is bond. God is good. I got enough leave for Saturday. That's literally a tweet I sent out like 8 years ago.
Word is bond. God is.
Word is-
Why don't we use that more often? Like honestly, that's not a bad line. Like
Word is
word is
bond.
bond. God is good. I'm gonna start using that like when I leave voicemails for my clients.
But I feel like we want to cancel everybody real quick. I mean, R. Kelly should be canceled. I mean, without a question. My man's had women, not women. My man's had teenagers,
Girls.
teenage
Children.
girls.
When you say teenager,
Children.
define teen.
You and your team. If your name in with
You ever
teen-
seen that interview? We
No.
just played it again earlier.
Oh my god.
Somebody
man-
legit just asked him like, "So do you like
teenage
do you like
girls.
teenage girls?" You know, the right answer would be like, no, of course not. You know, he's in some trouble. Like, no way. This man says,
Define
teenage. Like, what? What? No.
Yo.
Just say no. No, of course not.
Maybe she's 22.
Define
teen.
teenage.
My man made a 19-minute song talking about he didn't do any of it. Like,
Well, no. The 19-minute song is called "I Admit It."
yeah, well, he was admitting other stuff, but
Listen, there's some things I'm pretty
You
sure.
heard it?
No, I just heard a snippet of it.
I ain't gonna lie. I heard,
Heard
the
19
whole, I
seconds.
heard the whole thing.
You're the whole thing.
As an artist, you have to, man.
Oh, no.
Oh man, I don't know about that.
I just hate that he
You want
used-
that time back, or
I do. That was a terrible song. But he sounded, you know what he sounded like? He sounded like Bryson Tiller. Well,
Is that a
Bryson
good thing?
Tiller sounds like R. Kelly.
Look,
That-
my
He doesn't
man's like
normally
that.
sound like Bryson Tiller.
Bryson Tiller's last album wasn't that hot. As hot as people expected it to.
Yeah.
That's on Bryson Tiller though, because he hyped it up for like a year and a half,
And he had like, what, 20 tracks on that? Like, it was a
then,
pretty
like-
long album.
and like one song was good.
Like, he's not Chris Brown to be like dropping anything past 12. 12 tracks, you could be. Like, nobody needs more than that from Bryson Tiller. Like,
But
you
even
know.
if he dropped 12, then it still be one hot song. So
That's true. On that album, yeah.
that means he's wasting that album.
That song,
He's
Set It
probably-
Off, was dope. The where he sampled the Set It Off movie. I thought that was a dope, like, song that he
I
had
think
on
there was a
there.
lot of songs that he could have maybe put like a mixtape out with,
Yeah.
or like a small EP
a small EP or
kinda,
mixtape
like,
to hype
hold
up the
people
album.
over. Yeah,
And then create some, like, substance around his album. But I feel like it was an album that he just put songs together. Like,
it felt rushed.
Yeah.
It felt rushed.
but,
No, just speaking of, I have an extra roast that I want to give, and this roast goes out to the entire Milwaukee Brewers fans.
Facts.
Yeah, no, because you just reminded me of like looking back on your old tweets. Does it you know, should you be judged over and stuff? So for those who don't know, Josh Hader, he's a pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, and when he was a teenager, 2010, 11, 12, somewhere in that, he put out some racist, like really racist and offensive and
It was like
derogatory
it's like-
tweets.
oh.
It was like I hate gay people.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate N-word.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And-
And so people found out about it, and he got
Released.
he got backlash. No, he didn't get released. Not at all.
What?
Not at all.
Didn't he get a standing ovation?
This is my point exactly. So it came to light. He apologized for it. He got backlash over it. He
You got
got scrutinized for it.
sensitivity training.
He got sent to sensitivity training. And when he came back home to the city of Milwaukee to pitch, as soon as he comes out, the fans of Milwaukee give him a standing ovation. Welcome back, Josh. Are you kidding me?
Dang.
Yeah,
They can't do
I was
that.
actually listening to that in the radio today. Now they were saying
can't do that.
No.
Milwaukee Brewers fans, terrible. Shame on you.
Now I'm just gonna ask this. I'm just
Shame.
gonna ask the obvious. Is this man
Yes,
of
he's
the
white. Of
Caucasian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Origins.
he is.
What's it called?
He
does
is.
he lack color?
Does he
Yes.
lack melanin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is his opacity level? Right?
That's so bad.
Give me that.
Is he Casper white
You know what I'm saying?
or that manteca white, that cocaína white?
Hey,
No,
don't
I
hate,
don't know,
hate.
but
No, but they were. It was 96.9 or whatever, like bum hip hop show we have in the morning in Boston. They were talking about it. Like he made a good point. He's like, if he at the time didn't have the lowest ERA in the league, would people have even noticed or even cared, or would he have had the standing ovation? And it even like, or still not got released. Like I think that's part of the reason that he obviously didn't get released. It's because at the end of the day,
He's
he
a
is
great
good player.
He's like the lowest ERA of all pitchers in baseball.
but still, my thing is
Should he have gotten released?
I think so.
How long ago was the tweets?
So it's 2011, 2012. So we're talking what?
6-7 years.
How old is he now?
27.
He's like
Uh,
27.
He's like 28, 27, something.
So he was like most likely like
Teenager.
yeah, he was like 19.
I mean, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know, man. It's one of those.
Because I
When I
feel
make
like
it, I'm deleting
when
them
you're
all.
19, you do stupid stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And I'm not excusing the racism or the homophobia that he showcased, because I don't think like that's an excuse at any time. But at the same time, like, what are you gonna do about something that already happened and the man's changed?
Exactly.
You know, like is he different now? I don't know anything about
I
him.
mean, he seems to be kind of different.
But when you become famous, you don't always broadcast it. So
Yeah.
like,
That is true.
you know, everyone can't be Trump.
But my thing is the fans, like,
Yeah, the standing ovation is
I
kinda-
standing
That's kind of
ovation
wild.
for-
That's kind of wild.
That means you guys could have did
Come on,
normal,
yo.
you guys could have low, but you guys wanted to take it over the top. That's
Yeah. I feel like
Like what kind of message does that send to the like
Exactly.
other teams? Like let's be real here, the Milwaukee Brewers. There's not one white guy on that team.
whack guy?
White guy.
Oh, white guy.
What,
So if you're
Josh,
what
there's not one white guy.
on the Milwaukee Brewers?
Well,
Josh
Josh.
Hader.
I mean, the Milwaukee
guy?
Bucks. The Milwaukee
Oh,
Bucks.
Milwaukee
the
Bucks,
Bucks.
Yeah.
the basketball team. Matthew Dellavedova.
Is he?
He's Australian.
He's still playing?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but Australia itself had his own like racism.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Or I think it was either racism or colorism. Probably
Yeah.
either way, it's the
Yeah.
same thing.
I mean, either at the end of the day, like your fans that come to your game are now giving a standing ovation to somebody who's like
Right.
blatantly racist, blatantly
Yeah.
homophobic, and like you know the whole city was rallied around them last year with like their run. Like they're doing pretty well after being like one of NBA's like most awful teams. They were clearly rebuilding and have like really young talent. So, like, what kind of message does that send to your? To your
My thing is if I'm a black player, Latino player on the Milwaukee Brewers, like I'm just looking like, yo, do I want to be in a city like this?
right.
I don't
No,
know.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, Boston's kind of racist too, though.
Yeah, but we win. winning heals a lot.
I just trying to bring a different point because
no.
I'm trying to bring a different point because, to be quite honest, they're never gonna treat the white man as they treat us. Like that's just like
Facts,
me
facts.
speaking blatantly honest. So how I'm looking at it is like we'll be asking too much if we ask them to release him. The most they can do is probably suspend them for a couple games.
but I don't think that if it happened in Boston, there would have been a standing ovation.
No, in Boston there wouldn't have been no standing. Like you would have seen the fans fight each other. Like if that, because I feel like Boston has prevalent racism, but it's more corporate. You know what I'm saying? It's not as blatant as it is in other places around the countries, especially around that supposed Bible Belt part of the country. But I feel like in Boston there definitely is racism. You know what I'm saying? Like I've experienced it. So in the sense of like I don't think there would have been a standing ovation, but I think anybody that would have stood up, they would have been called out by other fans. Like if we had a player
Facts.
that did that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's the I don't know if it's the brashness or like that stereotypical like New England attitude or like Boston attitude. I love it because I think we're one of the few cities that like will hash issues out like on the spot.
Yeah.
Like I've been fortunate enough to live in like the Midwest as well, and like one thing that drove me crazy and it took me time to adjust was like the passive aggressiveness that exists in the Midwest, where like people never give you a direct answer or like they're so afraid of confrontation, they'll like kind of push everything to the side. So you're just like, hey, let's get this issue over with and like move on to other things. And they're like, oh, I'll let you know, or like, yeah, I'll hit you up. Like, just tell me no, or like, no, don't like beat around the bush. Just like, tell me to the point. So, I mean, you definitely see that at Red Sox games, even with like the smallest thing. Like, I think somebody wore last time I was at the Red Sox game, somebody wore an Eagles jersey, and like, bro, like the entire stadium let them have it, but it was in like boos, and obviously there's always gonna be that one like out of control Boston fan who's just saying obscene stuff. But like, I mean, that's part of the atmosphere. But I think like it would have got hashed out right on the spot as opposed to like the Milwaukee Brewers were probably just gonna be like, oh, that wasn't right, I'm gonna tweet about it later.
Nah, I agree. But unfortunately we have to cut this roast section right off real quick. We'll be back with the Bulls up next. Welcome back to the Bulls section, guys. wants to talk about, yo, I know a couple of you guys are in long distance relationships, but what happened? What's going
Made a
on?
face like,
No, I was thinking, I was like, I was looking at
There's a video on this.
I was
Your
like,
wife is gonna see this.
you guys aren't in long distance relationships technically. It's just like 30, 40 minutes away.
It's like an hour for
That's
me.
like
It's like
Dorchester.
an hour,
That's like Dorchester to like
It's an hour.
here.
It's still a long distance. It's still in different states.
I don't get.
But what I was gonna get to was, let's say they were in different states, even further along. Let's say like
Like a real human, like long distance relationship.
like a real
Like were you like 3, 4, 5, 6 states away?
Last time I checked, I'm dating a real human.
yeah. What the? Let's say like they were. All right. Let's say it was like Florida and Massachusetts.
Okay, I can eat
That's long distance.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
What are you guys thoughts on that? Like those types of relationships? Like
I mean, I've never been in it, so I can't like. I guess like if how I would approach it, you have to have like certain expectations going into it, like from the get go. Like if it's obviously you can't see each other every day. You can't even if it's like a couple times a week or whatever. Like what I have, but I don't know if it's like setting up times to like talk to each other, FaceTime, call, whatever it is. But then like you have to have like an immense amount of trust.
And I feel like you have to be built for that in the sense of like, you might, for example, it's gonna come out sounding bad, but I just feel like if I was in this situation, like, yeah, let me put myself in this. If I was in a situation like that, I would just feel like I'm not even in a relationship. Period. Just I'm saying how I would feel.
How long could you deal with it?
I don't know. I could barely deal with a relationship in person. So it's like,
How far would you be able to?
oh, like how far?
No, I'm saying how like long could you guys be apart before you just like.
That's what he's saying. Like you talking about like distance wise?
Yeah, I'm saying how long? Like, could you only deal with it for a week? Could you deal for a
The
month?
time frame. That's what.
Yeah.
You're
So we're still talking about
Yeah, I'm saying-
Massachusetts, Florida type of.
I was
distance.
talking about distance. You're
Yeah, he
talking
was talking about
time.
distance. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's like, you'd be like him.
Time.
Yeah. How long? And
As far as time, I don't even think I would get into that. It would depend. Like, let's say I was already in one, and then they happen to move, or I
Yeah.
happen to move. How long? I'll probably cut it off like the next day. I'm not even like if I knew they were gonna be there for an extended period of their life, I'd have to cut it off. Yeah, at some point I'm like, yo, let's not even do this. Like, because I feel like I have no problem not being in a relationship. And then like, you know, obviously if I'm busy, I don't want to be FaceTime. You guys already know I hate FaceTiming.
No.
He said no.
Yo, what's good is
I think somebody asked me on that. I ain't gonna put it on blast like that, but someone asked me on the questions thing for Instagram. They were like, "Oh, if I FaceTime you because I missed you, would you answer?" And I was like, "Nah."
Nah, but you
I was like, "Nah," but I was like, "I miss you though. Much love." Like, I put the prayer hands. You know, once you hit them with that much love, it's like, all right.
No, that's not a Band-Aid, bro. It's too
Huh?
dirty what you did there.
That's not. I didn't say that was a Band-Aid.
much
That's
love is much is the Band-Aid, and then love is when he rips it off.
when I say much love is the equivalent of Future telling that girl, "I'm good, love, enjoy." That's the equivalent of me saying that. Like,
This Magno talk?
this is Magno Garcia.
The much love is the swerve of the century.
This is Magno Steven Garcia. Know what I mean, y'all can check the records.
That
How
would
is
not
Steven
be your
spelled?
middle name.
It's with a V. It's not a PH. It's with a V. Yeah, it's still white as heck, but
Is this okay? So it starts with an S.
Yo, your new name is Steve, B.
it's all good, yo. If that's gonna get me white people's positions, I'm with it.
Steve Garcia, well, they're going to be confused.
Nah.
Yo, call him in. Call him in. I
No,
got to
because
see
see,
him.
Magno, they wouldn't know where that's from, so I could just be like Magno
know.
Steven.
No. They know 1,000%. They said, I've never heard that name. If they
Exactly.
don't know the name, they know that you're not white.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Though.
Can't
I
pronounce
speak
it.
to old white people all day, and every time I'm talking about Dre, weird name. Oh,
Dre's a weird name.
weird name. Is that short for something? So nope, it's just Dre. Oh, okay.
It is short for something, though.
Yeah, but and they say, oh, Andre. They say, oh yeah, that's Italian. No, it's not. You
What's your
just
last
speak-
name?
Johnson.
Yeah, so if you were to tell him
yeah.
Andre Johnson,
They would know. They're not.
just say
It's French.
Just say your
Yes,
name's
but
Drew.
still.
Add that
No,
W.
I hate that.
Oh, you don't take W's?
I hate. No,
You don't take
I don't
W's?
take the W under my name. Only on my belt. But no, I dated
Yeah,
Amanda.
back to the top.
No, but I dated Amanda for like 2.
But she was staying on campus though.
No, when we first started dating, like I think we were dating for like a week. She came back here, and I was still in Houston. And like we only dated for a week, and I was like, oh. And we were
Wait,
apart
how
for,
did
like-
that work out?
Wait, what?
You asked her, she was like, "Yeah, I'm about it," but like, deuces.
No, because I know she was leaving already, and she kind of already had like been swerving me up until like.
So
she
she-
kept giving me that vibe, and I just like.
But
it's
she
all or
told you
nothing.
I'm about it.
It was not about it. She was mine, my guy.
What do you mean
What
yours?
you mean mine? She was mine, my guy.
Like, what do you mean,
She's
though?
my girlfriend. I made her mine. Okay.
You made it seem like she was like property, like she's mine, like
You know how I'm talking.
Made it seem like,
You know how I'm getting down,
made it seem like you were
know
ghostwriter on that.
yeah, yeah. I was like, is this some R. Kelly thing? Like mine?
No. I'm saying is that we decided to actually make something of ourselves, but then she had left like a week after that. I was like, that's freaking trash. And you know, I
So
could
how did you feel after that? Like, were you like, I don't know if I could do this, or you were like, let me.
How many
stick it
times you listen to "Lonely" by Akon?
twice.
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 Twice. No, it's kind of hard because I'm a very like in your face and need to see you like because what's the difference between like doing that or dating someone over the internet? And I just can't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like that when you ask me like how long I would do it, like time wise, if like I knew like that person was to go to like a different state for like an extended period of time, where I'm like, I don't know.
3 or 4 months. How long could you take that? If you know
Yeah.
they're gonna be gone 3 months, you said yeah they're gonna be gone.
That's
for-
like a trip. That's like a vacation trip.
that's a long. Well, who you know going on 4 month vacations?
Listen, I feel like
I used to.
Yo, who they don't got a job?
No, I used to in
see now you adding different stuff to it though.
I know, but you said that's a vacation. I'm saying that ain't
no, but I would
vacation.
whoever I'm with, I would trust.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about trust. You know, I just was like, it's especially being so fresh. So I think it matters on where you are in your relationship. That's
Like
what
if you
matters
got
the
called
most.
for a 3-4 month like shoot, you think
She
I'm
already
mad?
told me to bring her.
Oh, she
She's
told me
already.
to-
She said, "You gonna bring me?" I said, "I don't think they're gonna buy a plane ticket for you." She says, "Why not?"
You'd
you're not
you'd
working.
have to buy it.
Oh, I'm not.
Damn, yo,
Yo,
that's your wife.
Buying your wife.
stay here, and make your money. You gonna make your money? So what? I'm in Japan. I'm making money. I'm not there for
It's
fun.
gonna be a tough talk.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough talk, bro.
No, it's
Hey,
not.
listen.
It's already been handled.
She doesn't watch the podcast.
You were gonna
that's
say
fine.
something though. She's gonna watch this
No,
podcast.
she doesn't watch. She doesn't watch it.
Maybe that's what she says.
I know if it was like a long distance, I would just cut it off.
Like I feel like, no offense to you guys, but I feel like because like, I don't have a car, so like I feel like what you guys even do, like that's already like too long of a distance for me.
But see, like I argued this point.
Argue which point?
That I was like, yo, I'm never
That it's
gonna
too
do
far?
that. Yeah, I was like, I'm never gonna.
But you
do
guys
that.
have a car. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I had a car and I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. And I like I made fun of Axel all the time about it.
I mean, who doesn't? Like,
Yeah, I guess. But when it happened, I was like, dang. Like he went to make a joke and I was like, you don't have to. Like I know. Like,
you took the L. You were like, I'm gonna take it.
yeah, and I was like, I get it. I mean, at this point, it's just like second nature. Like it doesn't seem like a long drive.
Yeah.
But I think if it was anything like further than Rhode Island,
No, I was just gonna say.
I'm like-
Apparently, it's our choice that we
Yeah.
make that.
I
Yeah.
heard
Yeah.
that. That was crazy.
It's our choice.
I heard over the weekend that is you guys' choice. If that you guys want to hang out with them.
wait, what?
Well, be
So-
careful.
So
fill me in,
you want to fill them?
No.
All right, I'll fill you guys. So Kevin doesn't get in trouble. I'll fill you guys in. We were talking about, were we talking about just having time alone or something like that?
I think so.
I think I was telling Nella, who's Kev's girlfriend, that I enjoy having time alone, and so I'm like that makes it difficult for me to even want a relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, you have to spend time with people, and obviously, you know, you want to be able to make that time so you guys get to grow
Yeah.
and know each other in the process, which is healthy. It makes a healthy relationship. And Nella then brought up the good point that she's like, Kevin is not forced to be hanging out with her on Sundays. if he doesn't want to, that it's his choice that he stays. Oh no, this is what we were talking about. Now I remember. We were talking about spending the whole day in Rhode Island, and that's draining sometimes, which it really is. Even if you don't drive, or like, it's draining because you're just out there. Like,
Yeah.
and sometimes if you are at your own place, you could take like a nap, and then you could re-energize, be charged up.
I mean, I take naps. That couch at Princess's room, in Princess's house, is
You have the luxury of that. That's what I'm saying.
it's nap city for me.
I don't have a place where I can just go like, yo, I'm gonna take a nap here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Take a long blink.
I think Kevin does though. So Kevin's good.
Yeah.
But I was telling them, I was like, yo, it's hard to be out there like for the whole day. Nella then tells him that it's his choice, that it's Kevin's choice that he stays over there. And I was like, yo, don't play my mans like that. Because the minute he does not hang out with you on a Sunday, she'll throw it in his face and be like,
why didn't you do this?
yeah, why do you stay? What
you had to do was more important.
But apparently she's like, it's his choice though. But it's really not a choice. It's a trap. That's what she's setting him up for.
You gotta just pick and choose when women say certain things.
That's true.
Because they got a lot of like punch behind it.
I've learned.
But then when you like open it,
I've learned.
Yeah.
Hit him with the.
Okay. Because they want to be hard, But when it comes down to it, like for example, again, if he didn't show up, or if let's say he didn't come to church on Sunday, if he's not there early, she's finna. Where's this? Hey, where you at?
Or if I don't tell her.
Yeah. Or if you just say, "Oh, I want to go." Why? What's going on? Why you can't stay? It would be so irregular because she's used to it now that it would be weird.
Yeah.
That's like the expectation. Like, I'm late to everything because that's just the person I am.
CPT.
Yeah. I'm not even like on. I struggle to be on time for stuff. I'll probably be late to my own wedding. What? To what? Yes, it is.
Actually, you said it's not.
You were
hard
late today.
Actually, said it's not hard to be on time, but he's always late for the podcast.
Why is Axel? Have you ever noticed that?
that?
Have you noticed that when Axel argues something, he gets mad sassy? I just think it's funny that he does the point and everything.
But back
Crush
to
the Nene challenge.
Back to the topic. I do just want to say that I love my girlfriend, and no matter where she goes, I'm gonna do that long distance.
Man, he lied.
No,
Get out of here.
My man,
If she was in
but
Alaska,
my man's is lying. Let me ask you a question.
Here's the thing.
Let me ask you a
It comes
question.
down to this, though. It's once again, it's like how invested are you in this person? How much do you love this person?
Nah, trust me.
So that's why I started.
I'm about to ask you a
if
hard
she moves to
question.
Alaska right now, like tomorrow,
No, not even Alaska, bro. I'm about to ask him.
I need going
okay.
far.
I'm about to ask you a different question. Let's say she moves to Australia.
Okay.
8 years.
What is she doing in Australia for 8 years?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Living her best life.
You
Living her best life.
You say you're fully committed, right?
She's not going to Australia for 8 years. First of
Who
all.
was the dude?
Well, first of all,
Wasn't
you telling her?
Jacob? Didn't Jacob wait 7 years to marry Rachel? Well, he waited 14 because he was dumb.
Yeah, but he was there though. He was there.
Yeah, he was there, but he was dumb the first time. He got duped the first time. He married Liam first. Someone would have caught hands. What was the father's name? Laban or whatever. Yeah. He would have caught hands for that. So you wouldn't wait 8 years for Nella to return? This is a big question.
I would because I love her, but she's not going to Australia for 8 years by herself.
Yeah.
She's not going by herself, first of all.
It's a career move.
There's no career. She's not going to Australia by herself. She got a kid.
So you would have let her?
Huh? It's not that I wouldn't let her. It's that I know she's not going to go for 8 years to Australia.
What if she just
If she decided, if tomorrow she wakes up and she's like, yo,
I want to
Kevin,
find myself.
I got the opportunity of a lifetime. I feel like this is gonna put me over the top in my career. I'm bringing Nehemiah with me.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to stay back for 8 years. You can come and visit me, however much you can.
But there's nowhere for you to live.
But you can't really live out there with me
Why can't I live out there?
Because we're not married.
because you're not married.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Don't propose to her because she said that.
Yeah, are you gonna propose just because she's gonna move over there?
Pressure.
that's-
Yeah.
I don't wanna do that.
Hey, you come to find out it was a dupe the whole time. She said, I wasn't going nowhere. I got my ring.
It was a test. It was a test. No, okay. First of all, let me clarify something I
8
said
years is a
earlier.
long dang time.
I want to hear that response though, but yeah. But
I was gonna say, if it was starting off with a relationship and it was further than Rhode Island,
yeah,
I think I would
cut it.
cut it.
You need to cut it.
But if like Princess was like, "Yo, I'm moving," and I was like, "Damn, we're gonna have to make that work." But I mean, I would.
So you would do the 8-year thing?
It sounds good.
I do
that
the-
you
I mean-
actually started.
I would do the 8-year thing, but I could
That's a
also
long time.
I could have just also moved down there. Like I
Yeah.
don't understand what's.
Like, I'm pretty
stopping
sure
me.
my company has a business. Has
This
a
guy here,
place
he's
down
following
there.
Apple wherever they
I work
go.
with
So,
Apple. I
so
don't
you
work.
guys realize you can move down there, but you can't live with them yet.
Yeah.
Why the hell can I live with
First
them?
of all,
Because you're not married.
how are you moving to Australia with what money? Two, what job are you working at? What type of
yeah, that's what I'm
citizenship?
saying.
What type of you can't just move to Australia. And say, oh,
I'm
here
probably
now.
most. I
You
can
have to
probably
get-
find
you
a
can.
job out there.
You have to. Don't you have to get a citizenship or something?
No, you can get a work visa.
Yeah,
Alright,
then that takes time. Too,
I got you. This is even better. Let's say she went down there for a mission trip, but you can't really be there because you're
Okay.
not part of the camp.
Okay.
What you gonna do?
She's already doing that in a couple weeks to Honduras, so yeah.
Yeah,
How
but
long
she's
is she
doing it for
on?
8 years.
By herself?
No, she's with other missionaries.
No,
but
I mean, like-
you can't be there because you're not part of that.
He's gonna be a part of. He's gonna be a missionary.
He's gonna be a missionary all of a sudden. Like,
I've always loved Jesus. I always knew.
wait,
him.
so you're willing to? I wouldn't say bend. You're willing to kind of like, if she's doing like a mission trip, you're willing to do that with her.
For her, yeah. Well, and for the mission trip. It's a good cause.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
feed kids, but mostly because she's there.
Yeah, yes for Jesus, but you're mostly
Where are we? Australia still?
Australia.
Yeah.
Australia.
Australia?
though?
Yeah.
I'll bring fresh
go to
water.
Australia.
I'll bring fresh water, but
I'll go to Australia.
ain't a problem.
I ain't going to Honduras, that's for sure.
Oh damn.
Okay. Same question.
I mean, God bless.
Where you going to
Listen, they're doing
Honduras?
great work. They're going to be doing great work in
You go
Honduras.
to Australia, but not Honduras,
not
bro.
going to Honduras.
It's closer to the U.S.
I don't care. I'm not going to Honduras. No way.
The difference is like
No way. I'm not going to Honduras.
Yo, he going to Honduras. He gonna be just like.
I would go to Honduras.
God bless y'all. I'm so. Listen, man.
Yo, he
y'all,
gonna be just like Jesus.
honestly, y'all are gonna be doing amazing work down there.
I'm
God bless
glad-
y'all.
Why
I'm
you
not
don't
going.
go- Why you can't go with him and do some work?
Yo, I'm glad I'm in no
Why you can't
relationship,
go?
bro. I'm glad.
Why you can't go to
To where?
Honduras?
I'm not going there. It's too late now. I didn't
It is too late now.
No,
Wait,
listen, no, you can join. You can come with us.
I'm glad I don't gotta make none of these
I
decisions.
gotta work. Sorry.
You already said you leave your wife behind. That's pretty bad. She's gonna see this.
What?
You said
That's
you
not
leave
what I
her-
said.
You said if you were hired for a 3 to 4 month job in
Oh, will I
Japan.
leave her? Yeah.
you had a chance to redeem yourself.
Why did I leave her?
was
Yeah.
throwing- I was
If
throwing
they
you a
gave me the
layup.
option for me to bring her, yeah, I would bring her.
I was throwing you a. No, you have to pay for a flight.
No, I can't. What's she gonna say?
I can't do it.
You're married.
Yo, oh my goodness.
Yo, have you ever been in Japan? You know how small that joint is?
Fam, if they're paying for your hotel room, what do you mean where she's gonna stay? With you? Who
Get this.
You're
I don't like this question. Get it.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Of course she can go.
Now I get why.
Of
Now
course
I
you
get
will.
why ladies want to stay single. 'Cause,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, this is what they have to deal with in
That was
marriage.
like a serious question. He was like, "Wait, this doesn't even make sense. Like, where would she even stay? Like, what?
Yo.
Like, there's clearly not enough rooms in
Because
Japan."
the same question you gave him, I'm thinking like that. Remember, you can't go because I'm thinking.
No, I told you 3
I
to 4
know, but
months.
I'm already I'm with it already, yo.
So you will
course.
take her?
Yeah,
Yeah? You sure?
but I don't think she would want to go. I don't think she want to go.
You think your wife doesn't want to go to Japan?
We have our dog for one. That's a long time to leave for 4 months.
Okay.
You can leave her with someone else.
There's someone else you
For
can.
4 months?
Yeah.
Bro, you about to get cake. You about to get the bag.
Okay, exactly. Let me get the bag and bring it back home.
She wants to be
I
with
get the
you.
bag and fumble it. No, I get the bag
You
and
don't wanna
you get the
fumble it?
bag and
No,
fumble it.
Yeah, you don't want to fumble the bag.
Yo, no, this question.
Okay, I'll pick it back up. I'll pick it back up. I'll pick it back up. I tumble it, all right? I jumble it. I do all that.
How about you, Shorty? Same scenario as him. Princess
he can't
goes.
go to Japan?
Princess goes off 8 years.
Well, I get the
She's not
hard
in
one.
Australia though. She's in Nepal.
Nepal is dope.
No, she's not in like tourist area Nepal. She's like in the hood Nepal. Like we talking about houses that don't even got roofs in Nepal.
I know for a fact she's not gonna go there.
Yo,
I know for a
he
fact.
said, I know for a fact.
What is that?
He said, I know for a fact she's not gonna go there.
She would have got like, oh, I gotta sign Nepal. Not anymore.
She's not even going to Honduras. She's not going to go to Nepal.
Oh, she's not going to Honduras?
Nah.
Dang. All right. But let's just say like that was the case. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do the same thing as Kevin or?
Yeah, it'd be like the most frustrating 8 years of my life. Like, I'd probably like.
At least he's being honest.
She'd probably come back and I'd be like a silver fox. Like, I'd just be mad grays everywhere. Yeah, like,
Yo, to be realistic, I think it would be hard to grow in the relationship. Like, just realistically, not even thinking like selfish wise. Like, I want to see you, but like,
Right.
I think it would be hard for you to grow in a relationship, and it'd be sucky to have a relationship stay on hold or barely
For
having to
8
grow for
years,
8
yeah.
years. That's a waste of yours and her.
You
time.
might as well take a break.
Yeah, there's no
rekindle-
breaks. It's either you with it or you not.
yeah,
I don't do
if
no
you take
breaks.
if you take a break,
Ain't no timeout. No, that's
if
right.
you take a break, that's just like inviting so many issues into.
break.
Yeah, because what happens if you take a break and you mess with someone else? We think that's okay, but if you think your girl would say, "Oh, you mess with her till I come back," okay, cool. You smoking the best
How about if
stuff.
it's a break where you don't mess with anybody?
Then that makes no sense. Why you didn't just stay with her for 8 years?
Bro, like, you're just literally the friend at parties who's like,
Let's see, I got 10 girls in the room.
Yeah.
I don't do girls.
Why are you at a party where there's 10 girls in the room?
Why are you not?
Because why would
That's a valid question.
why would I lead myself into temptation like that?
But you're not with her. I'm saying you're not with her. You're
Even
single.
regardless, like if I'm single, why would I
Okay.
lead myself into
well,
that?
what Dre's trying to say is like if you're with friends
and they
got like you got friends that are single
Right.
and they have like girls over and doing stuff, like you literally have to like sit in a corner for 8 years and just be like, nah, like you gotta be the guy who like takes the pictures for them.
I'm thinking, all right,
Who's like,
I'm thinking like this,
Yeah.
right? I'm 29. We talking about 8 years. I'll be 37 by the time that ends, right? Damn, that's mad old. But like, at the same time, what am I still doing at parties at 29?
All right,
It may not be a party.
all right, here's a better metaphor. You waiting for 8 years and you doing like a break is the equivalent to you being the guy who doesn't ride the roller coasters, and everyone gives you get all the girls' bags, all the people's stuff to hold while they go on the ride, and you just sit there and watch them.
and you have fun just watching.
Is that what you guys think though?
That would be the equivalent.
Would
that-
you
is
live
break.
your life while on break?
Hell yeah.
So that
I'm
means-
living my life already.
Nah, you're not really.
Yeah, yeah.
Not really.
I'm out here making moves. I'm out here expanding my career. Like
Yeah.
that's what will continue.
This is one more
You-
step that we
you-
need you to go to, my brother.
You act like got that Poland Spring. You know what I'm saying? Like
But I don't like Poland Spring. It's another type of water that I rock with. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Then
fine.
you
That's
rock
fine.
with more too.
I rock with Poland Spring.
Nah,
But-
family.
Would you guys like Dasani, Aquafina?
I'm more of a Fiji.
Ooh,
Ooh, I like the alkaline water.
life
That
water.
life water. You know what I'm saying? That raises
You drink it
the
pinky up.
pinky
No, I
up.
drink life water and Holy Bible.
I bathe. I bathe in Fiji water. I mean,
I think that's a waste. I think it's
it
kids
is-
there in other countries they don't have that water.
I'm out there to help.
And that's why they're going to Honduras.
Are you going?
This is great.
I'm not going.
He's not going.
Oh.
That's why there's people in Flint,
He
Michigan.
doesn't even go to Dorchester to help out. We bet you think he's going to Honduras.
I don't even go to Rhode
You don't
Island.
even go to Honduras.
I did go to Dorchester,
Okay,
man.
I
I got
hope
up
you
mad
did.
early that
I
time.
hope you did.
Wait, I did go to Dorchester.
Yo,
There's
you
a
a
picture.
dirty, you a dirty dude.
That's a
Listen,
picture.
I'm
Yo, you
just
try to come
there.
from my neck.
He said I didn't even go to Dorchester.
I didn't go. I had to work.
Exactly. So your job,
Like so.
help others. You know what I'm saying? Not
No,
your
but-
pockets.
I have to feed myself before I can feed them.
So here's what I'm trying to tell you guys, because you guys sound mad depressing. You guys said that in the 8 years you will be mad frustrated, and like, but who's to say like you can't enjoy those 8 years and still rekindle that back? What I'm trying to say is like in those 8 years you could be living your best life too.
So what happens within that 8 years? You meet someone else.
But that's the thing. Here, you didn't listen to the question. You listened to what you wanted to
You're
listen.
on break.
You're on break,
You're hearing, but you're not listening.
I'm
You're on
listening, but
break.
I'm not hearing.
but that doesn't mean that you guys made a promise to not go off.
Oh, a promise?
Yo, the way he sounds. Yo, the way.
Like, what life are you living? So you think, let's just say 3 years go by. He's like, yo, my dude, it's been 3 years. And she's not even halfway through.
Is she worth it
you
for
tell
you?
Me.
Is she worth it?
You tell me.
I'm not in a relationship, so I'm good.
Okay.
But I think that's what you gotta put yourself. You gotta put Magno. You gotta put yourself in our shoes.
I'm asking you guys.
But
Is she worth it?
easier
Yes,
said than
she's
done.
worth it. But like you're arguing like.
Huh?
You're arguing from your point of view
Because
of,
and you're not making sense
of singleness. Like when you're someone, like you want to experience certain things with them. So like that's where you're gonna get frustrated because like you're gonna see mad people doing these things, and you're like, dang, I wish I could do that. I gotta wait. I gotta wait 8 years.
7.5 more years.
Like, girl, when you come back, I got mad dates that we can go do. And, like, I've been just praying to God that like this museum exhibit stays here for 8 years because we're gonna love it when you come back.
Yo, someone had a kid. You're like, I'm gonna show you this baby grow up.
Like,
baby got a beard and everything now.
I'm not saying that I don't get the frustrations. I'm just saying, like, why can't you also just be living?
You can, but there's gonna be certain stuff that's gonna like, be like really nagging.
Then why even take a break if you're gonna say it ain't even worth it?
I mean, like,
that, like why did you take a break in the first place?
It's a break regardless because you're not seeing them for 8 years.
No, but you're still talking to them and you're still entertaining. You guys are still like being exclusive.
I guess.
So then you could have said that in the first place, but we got past that. But anyways,
my man's getting mad.
I'm Gucci, yo.
He's the one leaving his wife behind, but he's getting mad at me. Like, she's gonna stay.
Just make sure you keep your water on deck, brother. That's it. That's all you need to worry about.
We got to give a toast to Pusha T, though. He got married this weekend. Pusha T finally married Virginia Williams.
What a segue.
Who?
No, we talk about relationships.
Okay,
What's his name?
Pusha T.
I gotta look him
Terrence Williams.
Pusha T.
Killer of Drake.
Yo, his best man was Pharrell.
Allegedly.
Imagine your best man is Pharrell. Like,
That's okay.
His brother, No Malice,
I was like gonna say, how do you think his brother felt?
Yo, he
was
hurt.
the well, no,
Well,
because
his
No
brother-
Malice was the
what do you call them?
Groomsman?
No, the guy.
He conducted the marriage.
Yeah,
Oh, he was
actually, what's it called?
Yo, what's the name?
the person who conducts the marriage.
Yeah. No, that's
Justice of the Peace.
not. Yo, this. Yo,
Was he the one that put
why do
everything
we have
together?
you again as the producer? This guy said justice at a piece.
Because he aims cameras good. Let him live, bro. No. I think he's the guy who put the whole wedding together. Like, looked at
No.
There's
The
a
one who
title
married them.
for it. Yeah, he's officiating, but there's a title for it. Like, what the hell
I
is the
forgot
title?
the name.
Yeah, I forgot.
It is justice of the peace.
No, it's not.
That is who marries them.
It's not that. That's not the word I'm thinking
Now I
about.
gotta look this up.
I know it's with a C, and I just can't remember right now.
But yeah, they got married.
the ordained.
He said, "See, brother." Coordinating.
No, ordaining is the act.
The clergy.
Nah. Damn, what the hell is that word? Either way, they got married. Pusha T's brother ordained the marriage, and Pharrell was the best man.
Celebrant.
Nope.
Nah. Damn, what the hell? That's really bugging me.
It's all good. We can come back to it. And when you stop thinking about it, it'll come up.
Hey, this is
So,
live regardless.
Just a question for you guys, just to get the mind going, and this can also help others too. What are you guys doing now for your future? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years, and what are you doing now?
Can we talk about Pusha T first?
No, he's not relevant.
Yeah, you're right. He's not relevant. Go back to your question.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitter
I'm trying to
Drake
give the people
fans.
something good to chew on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I guess they won't be chewing. Well, give something to drink real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we can come back. We still got the we still got the toe
Yo,
section.
I hope we can all of that.
We'll be back. We'll be back with the word of the person who ordains a wedding.
Bugging me.
We'll be back in a minute. All right, welcome back to the toe section, and I wanted to ask you guys a question based on like just kind of what kind of legacy you guys want to leave here on Earth, if that's even something you care about, and what kind of passions you guys even have that kind of will build that, and what are you doing now to cement that legacy?
I want to become an ordained minister online for free so I can officiate a wedding.
That's the word.
That was the one.
That's the word.
I just looked it up. You can become an ordained minister.
Yeah, anybody can.
I can marry you. I can marry you.
But I don't want to get married.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm trying to
That's not
I do
a
this
that's
for
not
free.
a legacy I
I
want.
do this thing for free. I get married.
You can do it in Vegas, and it's like a 20-minute class, and then you're out. Like, yeah, let's do this.
But yeah.
On your lunch break.
My lunch break.
So yeah, anybody that wants to answer that first, feel free to.
I'll go.
Sounds good.
It's just better, Axel. All right. In all seriousness, in 5 years, I think I had an original plan, but obviously life works and
Life changes.
Life changes, and now I got to think about stuff in like a different point of view. Obviously, with my relationship with Princess, there's her son Gino's involved, so I think that's changed my outlook on how.
Where your trajectory.
What I have expected for 5 years, because like the main thing is obviously I have like an 8-year-old kid who's gonna be looking up to me, so I have to like one thing that I've been really focused on is like setting like a good example, obviously, because I want to make sure he sees like what I'm doing is the correct way to do it, not wilding out. So then he's gonna be like, oh. He'll justify it. I don't want to give him like a reason to justify him doing something bad. Like, oh, he did it, so I can do it too. But like, I mean, at this point, I just have to be a little bit more serious and a little careful in what I do. Just because before I always thought I had like more time to do stuff. Like, I'll get to this when I get to this. I can get serious about this later. Now with like that whole situation changing, now I kind of gotta get a little bit more focused on what I want to do and kind of almost build like a plan for myself. Like, okay, I want to, if my goal is to like get a house in the next number of years, let me start, paying off some debts like student loans, car loans. So then when I get to that point, I'm already succeeding, or I'm not starting off in a hole, but like ready to go from the top. So I think like one that's been a focus for me recently is just getting my finances in check, and then obviously kind of figuring out like, okay, I've always, like I said, I'm still in the process of finishing everything up and like getting a really good launch on the clothing company, which I think is going to be a big part of my future. So just kind of getting all those details involved, because I don't want to do like anything like 50%. Like if I want to do this, I'm going to do this like full-heartedly, and like I want to make sure every detail is perfect before I go in there, because obviously things I've learned working in the banking industry is that, small businesses, for the most part, 80% don't make it past like the first 2 years. So I don't want to be a statistic, and I want to like keep this going. So just kind of figuring out and leading by example, and then just kind of setting my own personal goals to be able to be like, all right, when I get this done, I have something like my business to give to my kids, and then let them know like, hey, this is how you're supposed to act, this is how you're supposed to be. Kind of set a good example for them to look up to.
So where exactly do you think you'll be in like 5 years, let's just say from right now?
5 years, I'll be like what? 30?
36.
36?
36.
Yeah, I was like 36. I was like,
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 27. Yeah, I was like, bro,
You're 32.
Yeah.
You went with it though. That's so funny.
No, he said 36, and I was like, that makes no sense. He was like, I was like, that's 9 years. 32?
Yeah, you'll be 32. That's a good age.
32, like
32 is a
that's
good
solid.
age.
Like you're in your prime as a pitcher. Like,
Yeah. You're just about done in the World Cup though.
yeah. I just won my third Super Bowl in Tom Brady. I think 32. I hope to have like,
You got 3 rings like LeBron.
yeah. I think at 32 I hope to have like a house, and then my business like up and going.
What's your business?
The clothing company.
The clothing company?
Yeah, clothing.
What's it
company.
called? Or you can't say?
I can. It's Guayos, so it's pronounced like Yos. Guayos. It's out of your league. It's alright, good. It's alright.
What did I do?
But yeah, I think that have that all established, probably have a house or something.
That's a pretty solid plan. What if life changes in 5 years? Because obviously you went through like this is a different transition for you.
That means what if you get 2 more kids?
I mean, I don't think that would change.
I mean,
his
that's why I have
trajectory.
a house, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's the point.
Smart man. So you
Think of
pretty.
the future.
I feel like you got a really good solid plan though. That should bode you well. Like once you get to that age and accomplish everything that you want. What about you guys?
Yeah, you at 36.
He gonna be closer.
36.
I'm gonna be the same age.
Honestly, you gotta save the best for last. And I mean, like, nah, I can go right now if you want.
No, it's okay.
I can go now.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, then.
All right. Oh, well, we doing 5 years?
You'll be 36.
I won't be 36.
35.
I'll be 34. We talking about 5 years from right now, right? I'll be
Okay.
34. Just about. Just about. You know what I'm saying? I plan. I'll let you. I'll wait.
All right, go
I'll
ahead.
wait.
Oh, wait.
No,
Segui.
Segui. I think 2020, at the end of 2020, I'll be what? That's 2 years from now. So I'll be 31. By that point, what's today? July 24. It's 10:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You had it.
We living in Boston.
Sometimes.
We're in Medford right now. Sometimes we're in Boston.
No,
Sometimes I'm in
don't
Chelsea.
disclose location. Chill out.
I didn't say where I live. I'm just saying
Oh, he
sometimes.
gonna get your spot. He gonna blow your spot up.
So at the end of 2020, this is a guarantee. I'm gonna be in the. I'm doing music, so I'll be deep into the music entertainment business. You'll be seeing me on tour. My name will be out there. Might hear a song with me and Jay-Z. Putting that out there.
2020.
2020, at the end of 2020. So December 31st, 11:59 p.m. By that time, I should be established in the music game.
Sean Carter.
Sean Carter would know me by first name basis.
I mean, you go by your first name.
Exactly.
So,
But you know how they call Madonna just Madonna? He'll just be like, yo, what's up, Magno? I'll be like, yo, what's up, Mag?
Go by the first name. Like Cher.
I hope to see you there, brother.
And so that's my plan. So I plan to be there regardless. If I fail, I'll take that L. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'll take that L. You won't see me rapping anymore. I'll hang it up. But by 2020, the end of 2020, I'm going to be there.
So 2
And
years.
2 years. Yeah, I already had started.
My calendar. Yeah.
I was on a 3-year plan. This year's going great. We've done some great moves. I got Blue on my album. That's BLU. No E.
The campaign is going great.
The what?
This sounded like a politician. It's been great. Everything's been good. Everything's
Huge. Got huge news.
Go ahead.
No, but
That's big blue, yeah. Wow.
I feel like I'm already on my path there. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing this too long. And when I say too long, like I've been rapping since I was 9. And so and I've been taking it serious since 2010. So that's already 8 years of like putting in work. Some people, when you see me succeed, you're gonna think I'm an overnight success, and it's not the case. Like I've been putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? Most people you see make it. Sometimes you think, oh, this person is an overnight success. Some are, but there's a lot of people that aren't. They've been like putting in work for years and never been noticed. And you just have to build those connections and relationships, professional relationships that are gonna take you to the next level. I plan to do that. I plan to get a house within the next 2-3 years. And that's mainly my course when it comes to a professional career. When it comes to like personal life, I would love to get my parents out of Chelsea, Mass, and put them like somewhere nice where they don't have to work anymore.
Chelsea's nice.
Huh?
Chelsea's nice, ain't it?
It's nice, but
Yeah, the gentrified parts.
yeah, the gentrified parts of Chelsea are nice. It's nice, but it's not where I want to spend the rest of my life. But Brookline is nice.
Ooh,
I'd move to Brookline.
yeah.
And a nice part of Jamaica Plain. No offense.
Every part of JP is nice.
Every part. Nah, that's debatable. But anyways, like I would like to get them out of where we're at. Make sure they never have to work again. And that's just my personal life. I ain't really looking for no relationship. I ain't really looking for marriage. If that comes, it comes. If it doesn't,
So you don't plan to
We
be
still
married
thriving.
within 5 years?
nope.
Okay.
I think a man, for me, in my opinion,
What?
huh?
Continue?
Yeah, I think a man, for me, in my opinion,
For you. My man, for you.
shouldn't live. This dude.
Yo, I'm confused.
This is a guy that doesn't want to take his wife to Japan because who knows what he wants to do over there. Know what I mean? So. Yo, don't throw shots. Don't throw shots. I'm a rapper, fam. I do this.
Sometimes you rap.
Nah, all jokes aside, I think when you're like at the age of 32, 34, if you want a relationship, I think for me, like just me personally, there's not a rule. I think that's when I can start thinking about if I want that. If I want to go out and pursue something like that. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, my goal is just personal goals, career goals, and spiritual goals. And spiritually, you know, I want to be able to be at a point where I'm like living God's like work, doing His will and helping people out. Like my heart is for the people. Like I want to make sure that they're good. I want to make sure that they're getting the word of God and they're able to acknowledge like, yo, there is a better life. There is hope. There's faith. And we can excel beyond like what we've been taught. The things that we've been rooted, we can get out of. We're able to kind of get out of that mind state of like poverty or oppression. Sometimes I feel like us people of color, we make so many excuses. Like I'm just being real. Like sometimes we blame like the oppressor, but like, yo, if you get that mindset out of like, yeah, we acknowledge this injustice and we acknowledge that we've been given like the back of the line while they've been closer to the front of the line. We still have to put in that work regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to give you a handout. So you still got to put in that work regardless. And it feels so much more satisfying when you recognize like it's been a tougher path for you. So yeah, acknowledge it, but also acknowledge the fact that the power is within you already. God lives within you. You know what I'm saying? Once you open your mind to God, once you accept that, you have the mind of God living within you. There's no excuse for you to not be able to do anything that you put your mind to. You know what I'm saying? Once you have that power of God within you, it's a wrap. Like, why are you going to devalue yourself from that? And that's the way I think. That's the way so when people see me talking all confident, stuff like that, it's not me being cocky. It's me acknowledging like, yo, I'm a man of value. I'm a man of faith. I acknowledge that God lives within me. And you can't know, if you don't know yourself, you don't know God. Because once you're able to acknowledge how you've been designed, how you've been created, and everything that makes you who you are, who's Magno Garcia, then you acknowledge like, yo, this is God. I'm not saying that I'm God. I'm saying that God lives within me. And that itself, He Himself gives me the power to be able to tackle any problem. You know what I'm saying? Whether there's any emotional problems, physical problems, if I want to solve a problem, I'm able to do it through Him. And so there's no reason for no solutions. And sometimes we get mad because things don't end up the way that we perceive them or we see them happening. Like I'm saying I'm going to make it in 2020. I still highly believe that. But if I don't, it's not the end of the world. I still did everything I wanted to do within this time period. Put out great projects. I'm getting great feedback. People giving me money. not really giving me because I'm kind of earning that. I'm not gonna front. These projects are expensive to put together, but I think at the end of the day, I'm living the life I've been wanting to live for like a while, and that's pumping out music, living for God, and taking care of business, taking care of my family, and just the people I love around me. So I think within 5 years, if I'm established, which I have a high confidence within myself and God that I can do it, it's gonna be Gucci. But if it's not, it's still gonna be Gucci. You know
I
what
like
I'm saying?
Louis.
Louis alright. Louis alright. I like that. Ralph Lauren. I mean, yo, holla at me. Yo, Polo. Holla at me, man.
That's Uspa.
Holla at me.
Uspa.
No, that's not. Nah,
Polo.
this is Polo.
They
I
can't
mean,
see
all,
it.
you know.
They can't see it.
I mean,
believe me.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
Uspa.
they can see it. He's gonna zoom in on it. So, but Kevin, Mike's yours. Tell Nella you love her.
I love you.
Kiss the kids goodbye, or to sleep. He's crying. Look,
Kids?
You got 2 kids?
I'm prophesying here.
I like that. Let's go with that.
Well, let's go ahead and say the married thing first. And then say married and kids, like sneeze with the kids, married kids.
Oh, well, that's a given
Not always.
that he's gonna get married.
Not always.
I'm
Yeah,
prophesying.
that's why, like I said, I was
happens.
gonna have a house and kids. Like it's obvious.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to get married either.
Dude.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't know you wanted to go
I
to
knew
Japan by yourself.
I knew you can tell his revenge face. He's like, I'm coming.
Ain't no problem.
So, get out.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to top that. First of all,
I just
no, like you like, damn.
You could go ahead and bring a couple lives to Christ that way, because that's the only way you're overcoming that.
That's a word right there, man. No, but 5 years from now, yeah, I mean, I should be in East Providence. Shout out East Providence.
They got good restaurants.
Yeah, they have good homes out there too.
Oh, you're looking at these provinces too?
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Where you guys going?
Okay. All right. Yeah, so be out there. If I'm lucky enough, I mean, I definitely like to be. For those that don't know, I work with Apple. What?
Why you
Go
mad?
ahead. I'm just trying to make sure I heard a fly over there. Go ahead.
I work with
You
Apple,
heard a
man.
fly? Like, how good is your hearing that you're hearing flies?
So, in 5 years, I definitely like to be in a position where.
I got an email. I was wondering what it was. Yeah,
What rapper was that?
This underground rapper. Don't worry.
Oh, man,
It's doing the work though.
Is that Pusha?
that is pushing.
Right.
No, but yeah, I recently joined them, so I'm not gonna lie. Like when I joined them, I was like, I don't know if this is something career wise that I can see myself long term. But the more I've been there, I'm like, you know what, it's a really great place. It's a really great work environment.
Good phones.
Good phones, great phones.
Debatable.
And MacBook. No, great phones.
Tell you about the Google Pixel.
I don't know what that is. It looked like the Samsung.
Yo, stop interrupting my man.
Hello? No, but yes. So being there for a little while now, I could definitely see myself. If from 5 years from now you say, hey, you're at Apple, I'd be like, I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. But if that's not the case, I've always had a passion for like sports broadcasting, but not just sports broadcasting. I guess just doing stuff like this, like being in front of a mic, being in front of a camera. The Instagram modeling has not worked out as I wish it would have.
You don't tag the right things.
You're right. I have not tagged the right.
Tag clothing companies. You be sorry.
Right. I got to do that. Jokes aside, I've always had a passion for doing like something with media and video. So I could definitely see myself, like, I'm not gonna lie, like being, I don't know if it's like local news, big time news or anything in between that, but I would love this right here. What we do, man, I enjoy it so much, man. This is really, really, really fun for me to do. So 5 years from now, if I can have an opportunity to combine both, that would be like the ultimate thing to me.
Sports broadcast and news.
No, sports.
Or maybe,
like video stuff and like
Okay. I see.
doing things with Apple. Like obviously that's an easy merge.
Yeah.
So if I can find an opportunity to do that, that would be amazing. But most importantly for me, I'm a person who I've been influenced by my community, people around me, and so I've always told myself, man, if I do big things, I want to give back. You know, that's my biggest thing is give back to your roots, man, to where you came from and all that. For me, I feel like it's vital. You know, it's very important to always be humble, but always remember, you know, where you started out from. So if I can have the opportunity to do that, that would be great. And it's everything. It's doing stuff for communities. It's, you know, we got our church, you know, City Boston doesn't have a permanent home. You know, we rent out a place. I'd love to just one day be like, this is our home. People, you know, doing missions trips and thinking about like, how am I going to be able to raise this? You know, if I can give an opportunity to be like, all of you can go, you know, that's something to me where if I'm able to do that, and then maybe it's not 5 years, but maybe it's further down the road, then to me, like, I'd count that as lucky, man. Not just lucky, but blessed. I count that as very, very fortunate. I'd be like, man, I did it. I did it for sure. So that's my thing.
And now I gotta go last after all that.
Yeah. And you have 5
Yeah,
6
5
minutes.
That's fine. It won't take me long.
Going to Japan without Amanda. That's it. All right. Well, we'll catch you next time.
Let's not cut his time.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe move in with my girls like you guys. Shout out to you guys. You know what I'm saying?
You don't live with your girl?
Yeah. No, move in with my girl. I'm trying to come for you guys because you guys are going to East Providence.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I guess you guys
Good
can catch
one.
it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Anyways, it's a really hard one for me because I feel like I'm never happy with like stopping somewhere. How I initially got into photography, you know, I kind of was already thinking about where that was going to go, and now I'm getting into video. I feel like I'm always trying to grow and learn something new. So God knows what I'll know or where I'll be in regards to media at all in 5 years. Everything I try to do my best. So I don't feel like that I took too long to jump into video or that I was in photography for too long, because I wanted to make sure that I got myself somewhere to where I felt comfortable to try to learn something new. So I hope in 5 years that I definitely want to have a company or some type of partnership with the company, if bigger or whatever the case is. But I want to be somewhere where I'm completely established, to where I don't have to have any worries in far as just living life, whether it's traveling or just, you know, day-to-day basis. I don't want a Monday to feel like a Monday. That's how I want my life to, where I want my life to be in 5 years. I want Mondays to feel like Fridays and Saturdays, and like every day of the week, regardless. With me working, I want to be happy, you know, because I feel like there's no point in working if you're just doing it for the check. Because then if it's not your passion, that won't last long, and that's how you don't live your life. You just exist. And that's not something I want to do, because I've been doing that all my life, you know, coming up from where I'm from, you know, and even places that I live, and just my family, and being, you know, being a young black man. You usually don't grow up too well in regards to like finances and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that we didn't have the money, so that they were able to give it to me in like lessons. And, you know, I feel like sometimes money can get in the way, you know, like it's kind of like a divider. So I'm happy that I grew up the way I grew up. It made me who I am. It makes me hungry the way that I'm hungry. So I know I'll do any and everything I have to do. I hope that I'm still a part of all you guys' lives, whether that's you married, not married, wherever you guys are in life. I hope that I'm still a part of that. And I just want to help build you guys up in a way that I can, even though that all of our passions don't necessarily intertwine. If any way, shape, or form that it can, or any way that I can help myself, I'm definitely down to do that. But I'm married already. I've been married almost a year in like a week. It's going to be a year in about a week or 2 weeks, whatever the third is.
You better nail down that date.
I know it's the third, but I don't know how many weeks it is from now.
Next Friday.
Whatever the third is.
Next Friday.
Thank you. I appreciate
Don't forget.
that. No, I'm not. It's in my calendar. Anyways, yeah, so with the anniversary coming up, I pray that in 5 years I'll be able to be established also with the home. But I don't know, honestly, how long I plan on being in Boston or even America. I like starting over. I like seeing new things. I like, progress. So we'll see where God has me in these 5 years. But this was pretty fun. I'm happy I was able to get a little bit deeper into what you guys want to do and where you guys want to be. Definitely gives a different perspective. I not think only just for me, but also for anybody viewing this. Because anyone viewing this for this whole time could just thought, oh, this is the funny guy. This is the guy that raps. This is the guy who's got a man bun. All this random stuff. Like they only know us for what they can see, rather than like cause we never we've gave up what our passions were. Because you talked about the clothing company, I talked about photography, but we never actually got into it deep. Yeah. So we're able to get into it, and I hope the viewers really enjoy this because this meant a lot to us, and that's why I wanted to bring it up because I wanted to give some depth and I wanted to give them something to chew on.
No, yeah.
Because it also makes them think about themselves. Because good energy brings good energy. So
Facts.
If you don't think about your future, by you watching this may help, push you in the right direction. So big ups.
And if anybody out there is passionate and you think one of us can help you in your field, feel free to hit me up. I'm always down to share wisdom. I'm not greedy with everything I've learned. I'm always willing to share my experience and any advice I can give.
Very quickly, I do just want to say too, in 5 years, if we're still doing this at a high level too, yo,
thank y'all. Yeah, I'm down with that too,
man.
I hope I have my beard bigger.
And, I'm good.
I hope my beard get big by 5 years.
I'll be like, yo, Sean, come through.
Axel, where do you see for yourself in 5 years?
Oh, we only have 30 seconds.
She should be graduating high school.
Come on, say it. Anyways, that's all.
Thanks for tuning in. Rose Balls and Toast Podcast. We back. Find us this Friday, or not this Friday, but August 3rd at 52 Russell Street, 8 o'clock, Cambridge. Peace.